so excited. There were so many parts where I was like, like shaking you. Like, oh my God, it's happening. No, I changed it A4.
Okay.
What's up, feller dwellers? Welcome back to Beyond the Cave podcast. We're your hosts, Olivia and...
Spooky little critty crawler alien guy on the floor from Aliens Romulus. That's me.
They're xenomorphs.
They sure are.
They are.
Yeah. We just saw
Alien Romulus. Patrick, what did you think?
I really liked this movie.
Have you ever seen an alien movie?
No, I haven't, and you have, which I think is going to make this kind of interesting because like we're very two different people here. I was really impressed by this movie. I thought it was really good. And
yeah.
I don't know like if it's just because like it was my first Alien movie because I know they're a beloved franchise, but I was really impressed. I said, I feel like this movie is just good. I feel like this isn't a movie that's just like sitting on the coattails of the past movies and it didn't really live up to expectation.
No.
It was just like good.
Yeah. There were some moments like having seen, it was really good. I really liked the original from 1979 and I really liked the second one, which is as far as I got. And then I read online that this one chronologically is in between 1 and 2. So I was like, I can just stop now.
You kind of saw this at like the perfect time.
I really did.
Yeah.
Because I knew there's stuff that I didn't catch, but I knew like the big stuff.
Like,
you know?
I feel like everyone knows. I'm pretty sure it's the first Alien. They get him with the airlock.
Oh yeah, the first Alien, she pushed it out through the airlock.
Through the airlock.
Yeah.
That's like a thing. Like everyone says, like, yeah, get it
get through the airlock.
And that's like a thing, yeah.
And that's how it ends.
Yeah.
This one. Spoilers.
Yes.
Yeah. It very much mimics the first movie.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because technically it comes right after.
So what I thought going into this is just my first Alien movie is basically you have the events of the first Alien movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the fallout of that ship exploding,
yes,
there's a bunch of debris floating through space. And another ship comes along and is like, yo, we got to get all this debris because we want to get the aliens so we can make some really cool goo, which is going to make us a lot of money. Basically, that's kind of the plot.
Really, it's capitalism. Capitalism is the culprit here.
Totally. Yeah.
I explained it to you wrong, though, during the movie.
I don't blame capitalism. I blame human greed.
Yeah, true. Human greed breads. So in the first one, when it explodes, the alien is not on the ship.
Oh.
That explodes. So she gets into the escape packet. Her name's Ripley. I'll just call her name. Ripley gets into the escape pod and escapes, and she's about to put herself in one of those cold sleeps. And then the alien is like napping in the wall. And that's when you came out. And I was like, it's just trying to nap. I feel like if she left it alone, it would just go to sleep.
Okay. Which
led me to go to the internet and people were like, would you just let a lion sleep in the room with you? No.
After it killed all your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what's the point?
So, no, the point is that I told you that they got the alien from the exploding spaceship.
Yeah.
But they did not. They just picked it up from like debris in space.
But they picked up.
I know, I'm kind of confused.
It seems like that ship might have had some debris though of like because there's just one
I guess
alien?
it kind of would have been around the debris.
Yeah.
Because fair.
Right?
Okay.
Like it would have been.
Yeah. I just want to make sure you're not confused.
No, I totally understand. So then the ship that is at the very start of the movie picks up some debris. It seems like they do a bunch of scientific experiments. Things don't go all that well.
What?
Because everyone died on that ship. It seems as though another alien happened. That we didn't see those events on the Romulus.
Yeah, we didn't see. And I don't think you ever... I don't know if that situation is another movie. I don't think it is. Like this is the first time we ever see Romulus. Rook is in this one.
From the first one.
Yes, he's the half android in this one, which I love that about the androids is that they can just exist like half a body.
Yeah.
Like that's so science fiction.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
I really liked our android, Andy.
Oh my, I need to look up who played him because he should win an award. He won't, because they don't. Oh no, they liked Interstellar, but that I forgot that he wasn't an android all the time. I was like so good,
well portrayed.
He was so good.
I really like the idea of android people getting a system upgrade.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was really cool when they swapped him out. And the way he was just frozen there, that was also really great acting. Got to remember that that's actually a person. Just the way, the like fear that he was almost communicating for the scene in his rigidness. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then the way he kind of came back online and he just grabs it like the little critic crawler guy,
the face hugger.
Yeah, he just like grabs the tail of it, and it's like, oh, this man is
like he knows
or cooking. Yeah.
And so his name is David Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah, and
he was really good.
His stellar feature debut was only in 2023.
Okay.
So
there was really. I feel like everyone was a pretty good.
Yeah, there were a couple moments where I was like the main character when she was like, "Andy, are you in there?" I was like, "Okay, that's kind of cheesy." But I guess
not her
like
fault. That's
no,
writers.
No, but I guess like there were a couple moments where I was like, eh. But one thing I really loved about the original was that I feel like this series just the aesthetic is a little bit cheesy. You know, it has your tropey characters, which I love. I sometimes I feel like when we try to go off the tropes, we just get just half developed.
Yeah, it's
characters.
It's good to go off the tropes, but only if done right.
Yeah, they're trying so hard that it just becomes like nothing.
I get that.
Yeah, and I really like the tropey characters. I struggle so hard with accents. I had no idea what those guys were saying the first like sixth of the movie.
That's tough.
The British guys.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I was purely going off of body language and the reaction from people with
You can't understand British people.
I was really struggling.
That is insane.
They were talking so fast and like not super enunciating, which is okay. I hate when people over enunciate.
You can't understand
movies.
British people. Dude, it's not a different language. Anyway,
I think subtitles are ruining me. But yeah, and then they died really fast, and I was like, "No, darn."
That's funny.
Yeah,
we had like the classic hothead.
Yeah,
and balanced out by his like more cool,
stable
companion.
cousin.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Doesn't matter. That was fine.
Yeah, like how do these characters know each other? Don't really know. Don't really care. Like and
Ever.
it's. That's the I thought like watching the movie from 79, none of that is fleshed out, and I was like, you know what, I need to chill out a little bit. I think we all need to chill out a little bit because you don't have to know everything.
It depends. I like to dive into lore. Lore is something I really enjoy.
It is cool. Lore is cool, and the Alien franchise lore is really cool.
Yeah, we're gonna get into
that. And
I
think you would really like it.
Well, I've seen Prometheus.
Oh.
Which one? Anyway, I've seen at least a Prometheus.
There's just one.
Oh,
it's like Prometheus and Covenant.
Yeah, I've seen Prometheus, and I know how it connects to this.
Nice. Okay, I don't, so you can talk about.
I've got a little article that we'll read.
Yay!
Yeah. So I feel like we need to talk about like the big twist in this movie.
Oh my god!
Because to me, like again, as not a Alien viewer, I was like, okay, we did our thing. We fought the aliens. We got off the ship. Cool. And I was like, okay, like that seemed like a well-executed another Alien movie. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of aliens. There's not just one.
Right.
Cool.
So I think like the first two ones I saw, there's always an alien that follows them on the ship.
So they leave and then there's another one?
Yeah, they leave. You think they're safe.
Okay.
And then there's another one. You think the movie's over. You think everything's good. And then there's another at least 10 minutes.
Nice.
So I've only seen two, but I was like, I also read in a review, you think the movie's over. And then there's another absolute like bloodbath of 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I knew.
I guess that's kind of the formula to the Alien movies.
I think so.
But I think it's still, there was a great twist.
Oh my God.
That the girl was pregnant.
Yeah.
And she stabbed herself with the serum that they were trying to get off the
Yeah, that
ship.
made Super Rat.
Yeah.
Bob.
The essence of life serum that they were extracting from these monsters She injects herself to save herself.
Oh my God. And these aliens are so productive in their evolution.
Oh my God, they grow fast.
Yes. And they were like, you want to take serum from me? Well, I'm going to make you birth more of me then. Like there is so no, cool. It was
a half human. And there was this moment when it first comes out and she's like carrying it. And she's like, I got to like put this in the airlock and toss it out.
She's just like carrying an egg.
And then it comes out and you're like, oh, it's a baby. And I sensed in you of, oh, baby.
Well, I was like, what if we just nurture it?
Yeah. And I'm like, no, put it in the deep fryer.
I thought that way when the thing came out of that, when it just popped out of that girl. I was like, what if we nurtured it? There's a movie like that out there.
I actually, for a moment, when it came back to its mom and was like kind of like getting close to it, I was like, is it going to snuggle her?
Yeah, I just wanted some slime milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that it did like the mouth thing coming out of like the human mouth. Yeah. And there was actually a moment, speaking of the pregnant girl, sorry we don't ever know anyone's names.
Don't be sorry.
Well,
what about the pregnant girl?
When the alien was coming after her, and I thought, what if the alien shows some restraint because it not suspects, but feels that this is also Mummy.
Yeah,
like there was this moment
wondering too.
because just the first two, I haven't seen the rest, but I've seen people talk about how like there are moments with Sigourney Weaver's character in like other movies where there's moments of like they really like they look and they really understand each other. I'm not sure if it was with an alien or a predator though, because Alien and Predator start overlapping.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the Alien and Predator movies, which is not part of the canon.
Oh, okay.
Yep, the Predator movies they made a very big point in Alien movies after those to make those not part of the
So it's just kind of like a fun thing.
Yeah, it's just kind of a fun crossover.
Now, are there just Predator movies?
I think so. There's just Predator, and then it's Alien and Predator. It's kind of like Jason and Freddy.
As I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Yeah,
They just bring in all the fun characters.
They're like,
and
why
let them
don't we
fight.
combine? Yeah.
Yeah. And Predator is like, Predator feels a lot more human.
Yes. Yes. And I think that's why they combined them, because it kind of brought it to Earth.
Right.
Because none of these take place on Earth.
Yeah.
I have been just recently dabbling in sci-fi because I don't like to read sci-fi. So with movies, I'm always a little bit, I don't really like Star Wars. So yeah, but I don't know. There's something so fun about not having to make sense with the science.
Yeah.
Like I know there are people who are going to see this and they are so excited to type every single thing that was wrong with the science and how it could never possibly happen. And I really encourage people to look up what suspension of disbelief means and do it, because it's so fun.
Yeah, it's not my problem.
It's really not.
I mean, listen, here's the thing. Is you just gotta like, okay, what does the world establish?
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
Scary aliens.
Yeah. Like if you set, this is the president for this world, then I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because that's I'm not worried about those people, because those people aren't going to enjoy
I just
movies.
like to foresee these events.
I don't
There's
care.
another event I foresee. I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Just really quick.
What?
And it'll close off our pregnant lady conversation.
I'm not done talking about
excellent.
Alien Voldemort.
I was screaming, okay, Voldemort, in my head, because I don't talk at the movies. I do. Anyway, I foresee that people will discuss the use of a woman's body as a vessel or a prop in a movie to get more body horror.
Yeah, I mean, that was certainly a scene of her giving birth to it.
That's what I foresee. However, in case of that happening, I loved it. I freaking loved it. I thought that was really smart, because I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this woman to turn into like a giant pregnant lady. You know, like I was like, she's going to get hairy and she's going to look like a werewolf and she's going to like get all weird.
I thought she was going to turn into
Me
something.
too. And I was pretty excited for that. I won't lie. But this was way better.
The This was really stupid, but I had a moment I was like, she's going to turn into an alien, but she's going to be like sentient and still human, and she's going to come down and kick all the other aliens.
Me too. I was like, oh, what is that in? Like, I feel like, anyway, yeah, like she's going to be like an alien, but on like the human side.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that too, but I'm glad where they took it. Also,
Me too.
I liked that you do see the thing standing up, and I did look at its crotch because I am a woman of science and I wanted to know.
Of course.
And there was just like this little like...
Little three-pronged flap.
Yeah, little... No, I don't even... I think it was a hole.
Kinda.
But I was very much like, oh, it's a Barbie. Because I don't really know what was there.
Yeah.
So I was like, woo, non-binary.
I think, like, I'm going to guess that it was a good twist.
I liked it.
I
wasn't expecting it at all.
I feel like Alien fans will be like, nice. Like, he did the thing, but he switched it up.
Yeah.
For me, I was like, I was cool when, like, the elevator shaft came down on all the regular aliens, and then the Andy just, like, shot him in the face. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
This is my first one, really, so, like, that's enough for me.
True. You're like, I got it.
For the rest of you people who've actually seen the other movies, like,
yeah, I'm going to call you Alienettes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm sure you have an actual fan name, but I thought of that during the movie.
Before we end on this, can I talk about, like, how this connects to Prometheus?
Oh, can I talk about one more
Absolutely,
scene I thought looked really cool with what are we going to call it? The alien baby? It did grow so fast. Man,
even faster than
it should join the
alien.
NBA.
It was really... It got messed up by the cold. When it was, like, later standing there, it was all, like, crooked and...
I feel like it didn't have protection like the alien did.
No.
I feel like
because
when I was watching the first one, I was thinking, like, wow, humans actually suck when it comes to protection.
Yeah,
like,
we have zero defense.
Like, if you survive another day, that's actually a huge win.
Yeah.
Because we are pathetic.
Yeah, I sometimes, like...
Like, we're just
like Tier Zoo. There's a YouTube channel that does, like, tier lists on animals.
Yeah.
And, like, it made me realize, like, he ranks them, and it's like, 0 to 10, like, this animal has, like, 10 out of 10 defenses. And it's like, because, I don't know, but there's animals that literally have, like, armor.
Yes.
Like, it's not
like
skin.
an alligator.
Sure. Yeah, like scales. Or it's like, it's literally just like hair, but super hard, and it just protects them.
Porcupine.
And so, like, out of 10, we have zero defense.
No.
It's just, there's nothing.
We have opposable thumbs.
Yeah.
That's actually really helpful.
And so, yeah, we're like min-maxed characters.
Yeah.
Where we put a lot into brains.
We just, like, learned how to...
And there's a few other things. Like, throwing is, like, very...
Right, or, like, dexterity.
Yeah, well, it's like there's a lot actually to throwing, like,
right,
because you're standing and balance and the movement of the arm,
the balance,
and it's so powerful because it's ranged combat, and no other animal really has ranged combat.
Porcupine,
right?
Sorry,
right.
I'm really on Team Porcupine.
Sure.
This is a job of Big Porcupine.
Yeah, and that's more defense, but like, so
and we figured out fire, which I guess helped us do everything else. Like, it helped
we probably
us.
Figured out.
It helped us
spears.
like learn how to cook food so we weren't dying as fast.
All that stuff, and yeah. So it's
that's
like,
so true.
It's like, yeah, I mean, we min-maxed, like, zero defense, not great speed, long distances, which is rare to us too, sweating. There's, like, a few cool things.
We live
I mean,
longer.
we all know it, but I never thought about the throwing one before, and that's
a really good
cool
point. Well, too bad that Voldemort giant man-child, thing-child didn't learn how to throw.
Bro, that dude could have taken down any dragon in Game of Thrones with an ice spear. So
there was a scene where she was running. Rain, I think her name was.
Don't know.
I heard
character.
Ren a couple times, but I'm pretty... Andy says Rain. Where she's running and there's smoke or, like, some form of vapor, and you can see, like, when the light flashes, you can see the silhouette of the giant... Like, man,
when she's running from the liquid nitrogen,
alien
baby, that, like, cooling stuff.
Yes, and
that was
a good scene.
That was
there's some good imagery in this movie.
There was a few other ones that were That was the best, I think. That was so scary.
I want to rewatch that like sequence a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know the girl. It's the girl that they kind of just watched die on the other side of the door.
Chest pop?
No. Like Andy was basically like, I can't let you through because if I let you through, it's
she didn't die though. She just got taken back.
Right.
Yeah, because they don't kill them because they need them for their babies.
So when they were watching her.
Yeah.
Like before that scene, she's walking through and they did the classic horror thing of like, you know, kind of like around the corner. Is it going to be here? Is it gonna, that was a little more typical, but it was.
Yeah.
Good.
And I found that they played more into horror with this one.
It was a horror movie.
It very much was. And we saw it in IMAX. So that was very exciting.
Spooky.
And the director said that he was, actually, never mind. I actually don't want to talk about this because I don't really feel that it was relevant.
Okay. I thought that the anti-gravity acid blood was like one of the more creative things in this movie.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
I was like, I like that.
Me too.
I like everything connects. Like there is foreshadowing of the hook that she uses to attach onto herself at the end of the movie. Like when they tell Andy not to touch anything. Like every single thing you see in this movie is important. And I love that. I love not playing the game of, will this come back again? It was such a good example of like simplicity made so well. I'm not saying that it was just a simple movie, but I just find lately movies are trying to do so many things.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
even Ridley
find your roots.
Even Ridley Scott made that mistake recently in Napoleon. So
when I figured out he did Aliens, the first one, sorry. I was like, Ridley Scott, where have I seen that name before? And I looked it up and I was like, God damn it, Ridley.
They say he's like a really like hit or miss. Like he's like banger or like not it.
Well,
and I respect the heck out of that.
Yeah, that's someone who takes a risk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
so before we talk about how it connects to Prometheus.
No worries at all.
Do you mind if I just quickly talk about like Alien and Aliens?
Please.
Because those came first.
Yeah.
Cool. It won't take long.
Go for it.
This, in the first movie, it's very classic. Like, I also love that it starts in space. It doesn't start on Earth. They're just already in space. Chef's kiss. And the year is like 2100. And it's like, that's not that far away. Anyway. I love... Nope, that's a different thing. Stay on track, Liv. They are in space. They land on a planet. And the planet they land on in the first one is the planet that they are on in this one we just saw.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Gotcha.
So they land on the planet and they're like, oh, I think there's a life form here. And and that's where we get the alien for the first time, the xenomorphs. I feel like with our accent, we would say xeno.
Sure. Wait, so they land on the planet that this movie is on?
Mm-hmm. And I'll explain.
Okay.
I'll explain. So there's Rook in the first one, and his hidden target is to get the life form and bring it back for the company.
Okay. And
they don't know that yet. So that's kind of like a big deal where he kind of like backstabs the humans, but androids aren't supposed to know how to do, like, they're not really supposed to hurt humans, but he does. He has like a short circuit. Anyway, panic ensues, blah, blah, blah. The alien gets out. Signor Ripley, her name's Ripley, gets out, pushes it out of the airlock, and then she blows up the spaceship from the first one. She gets away. In Aliens, it's like 74 years later, and she's the same because she was sleeping in one of those cold capsules. And it's very much Jurassic Park 2 situation where they take the person from the first movie and they're like, you actually have to go back to the planet because you're the only one who knows about these animals and we need your expertise.
Okay.
Because there was about 200 families, 200 or 20, whatever.
Are we sure this was all the same world?
Yeah. No, it is. I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
So Yeah, so we're skipping over Romulus. So they tell them that they sent a bunch of families to the planet they landed on in the first one because they wanted to mine and blah, 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 blah. There's stuff there. And Ripley is like, why would you send people there? You know that there was like aliens. And when Ripley and her new team of people go, everyone there is dead except a little girl because the xenomorphs got everyone.
Okay.
So
that's the little girl and at the end of this
Newt.
Aliens.
Yes. Newt.
Yeah, where she like lights everything on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know it's the same because there's a sign in this one that says bar in red.
Okay.
And you see that in the second movie.
Okay.
And there's a couple more scenes where the landscape and everything is the same. And then Romulus takes place in the middle.
I'm just so confused though. Why does that have the aliens on it? Like, why would you set up mining if that?
So it's all about money. There was something there they could mine to get a butt ton of money.
Yeah.
But the aliens, it's not the aliens' planet, because in the first one they land on the planet and they find this other like spaceship type thing with the aliens on it.
Okay.
So then that thing leaves the planet and they send people back to mine, and they're like, the aliens left, so it's totally fine.
Oh, okay.
But then the aliens come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone
dies.
They take the spaceship back?
Yeah, and everyone dies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So this one takes place before that happens.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, how do you set up a mining facility on a planet full of aliens?
I know. And it has something to do with like they made this big reactor to give the planet oxygen so people could breathe on it.
Yeah.
And that's why people were breathing on this planet.
Gotcha.
Because they had that machine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
No
explanation.
problem. It was really sad when she was like, I want to leave. And they were like, actually, you need to do 24,000 hours of work.
12,000 more.
And I was like,
bro,
light them up.
This
unionize right now.
Yeah.
I was angry for her.
Yeah. I thought we got along. We moved along pretty well.
Yeah, I thought the
like,
pacing was pretty good.
I didn't really. I was like, wait, I thought this movie was like on a spaceship.
Yeah, it's
I was
cool.
confused, but
and
it came together.
They are called space colonizers.
Yeah,
which I think is such a big key term for like what their goal is to like doing in space.
Yeah.
Like they are colonizing space.
Yeah, well, yeah. Literally, that makes sense.
And Rook shows that his objective, like in the very first movie, he's very much obsessed with the perfection of the aliens, the xenomorphs.
Yeah.
Like he's like they do not care about emotions, blah, 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 blah.
Computer.
Very
cold.
Nothing is, I forget the quote, but like their hostility is like so impressive to him. Yeah. And I did not know that androids were in the movie. So I was very impressed in the first movie that there was like a robot.
Oh.
I was like, okay, cool. Nice.
Ooh, that kind of like reminds me in one way, sort of. One thing I think that this movie does really well is like constantly changing it up. Like it's not just a static enemy.
Yeah.
The enemy are the face huggers. And then like now the fear is in the person that got implanted with it.
Yeah.
And then it's a little baby, and then it's kind of a medium-sized one, and now it's bigger, and now it's an adult.
And now it's like the nest with all of them.
And I feel like
and then Andy was kind of the enemy for a bit.
And then you have Lord Voldemort. So it's like, it's just like, it's always changing. And I felt like that keeps it really exciting.
Yeah, because we walked out and saw the poster with the face hugger.
Yeah.
And you were like, I forgot that's what the beginning was.
Yeah, because that's like a big threat.
Yeah.
But it's just this little guy compared to, what's coming.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, so how does this connect to Prometheus? Because I've never seen Prometheus.
Okay. I have an article which explains it better because it has been a while. This is from menshealth.com, which is so random. But anyways, much of Ridley Scott's directed prequel films Prometheus and Alien Covenant revolve around the search for and creation of the perfect life forms.
Okay, that makes sense with this movie.
This involves the creation and discovery of a very gross black goo. In Alien's Romulus, it's revealed by Rook that the black goo has been discovered by Weyland-Yutani scientists and reverse engineered into what they're now calling the Prometheus strain. It's still a black goo, but now it's in a test tube and being claimed as a potential cure for all diseases.
It's still a black goo, but now it's in a test tube, everyone.
As it turns out, the Prometheus strain figures prominently into the end of the movie, who was established earlier in the film as pregnant, nearly fatally wounded, and she doesn't get healed. Her pregnancy comes to a term uber rapidly, and she births a horrific creature that looks like a cross between a xenomorph, a human, and the engineers from Prometheus.
What are the engineers from Prometheus?
They're like kind of like that. Like they're very spindly, long.
What do they do?
They're engineers.
Who created them?
Well, you're gonna have to watch the movie.
Just tell me.
Well, it's been so long. I don't know.
Sorry. Is it on Earth?
No. But it's a lot of.
Can't wait to watch.
So it's a lot about like perfect humans and all this stuff. So I can just show you
they
like
are
a picture
trying
of
to.
They're very like.
Oh my gosh, that looks like.
They're very like.
Looks like someone kind of put clay. Actually,
pale, like what? Like they're kind of like Voldemort-y looking. Pale
with
guys.
noses. They have noses.
But yeah, like this one, the one that we see is like very
like
rough. Like if it was like, it's like a first
skinny.
draft and then they kind of like refined it.
Yes.
So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Like,
that is cool.
How it's connected.
So,
yeah, we'll have to watch Prometheus. I thought it was cool. And yeah.
So in the movie Prometheus, they create the black goo, or they're trying to.
No, but that white guy that I showed you was in it. It's been a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. Okay, sorry. What I'm looking up now and what I wanted to say when you showed me that, because I was about to say it looks like someone put clay over a human.
Ah.
Do you know why that's cool?
No.
So, okay, I was making sure that I got the god right, but Prometheus made the first man from clay, according to Greek mythology.
Nice.
So that's actually really cool. And of course, the fire stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was given the task of endowing them with gifts so that they might survive and prosper. So he gave them the gift of fire.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool how that all ties in together.
Yeah, I hope they did that on purpose.
Oh, for sure.
That is so cool.
It wasn't a mistake.
No. So when I was watching Alien and Aliens, I was thinking, okay, cool. How does this all connect? Do you watch them in order? Do you watch them out of order? What is should I watch them in order? I wanted to watch the original first because why not? So the order technically is Alien versus Predator, Alien versus Predator Requiem. But those actually aren't canon to the rest of them.
Okay.
And it's...
But could they say, this just happened a long time ago, don't worry about it?
I mean, they...
It's not really, you know... Sorry, I mean, if you don't have an answer.
It explains it.
That's
Massive
fine.
heat signal. Yeah, as the first Alien vs. Predator crossover movie, AVP tries really hard to connect both franchises, especially with the inclusion of Aliens veteran Lance Henriksen as the founder of Wayland Industries. However, it puts the origins of the xenomorphs into question, and Ridley Scott's prequel movies later trashed the entire idea of Xenos existing this early in the timeline.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Done. So you can just watch these two movies. They're fun, but they're not.
Yeah, they're
just
fun.
Fan fiction.
Why not? So
Cool.
the first one's actually Prometheus.
Yeah. Okay.
In the order.
Okay.
And then...
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and then Alien Covenant.
Oh.
Which didn't get very good ratings in movie, blah, blah, blah. And then Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection.
Okay.
And then Alien Romulus would fall between Alien and Aliens.
1 and 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Prometheus, like I felt like it was...
I'm excited to watch it.
It felt like it was an origin movie, kind of. Like, I hadn't seen any of the aliens, and I think when I watched it, I didn't even know it was connected to those.
You kind of watched the correct one first.
I had... True.
Wow, anyway, we're doing great.
I had
Teamwork.
no idea what was going on in Prometheus. I watched it on a flight, actually, of all things.
Oh my God. Actually, that's kind of fun to watch on a flight because, like, space.
Yeah.
That was one thing. I was watching it and I was like, am I going to be scared tonight? But then I was like, I'm not in space.
On space. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Like,
which we very much are in space, by the way, everyone.
Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite books or series of all time is the Ender's Game, and the following books in that. They're very sci-fi. So
Sorry, I'm looking at.
It was very fun to see like some books. Just see a movie that's very just like typical sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it, like, watching Alien, like the original, I was like, it is so clear so many movies took inspiration from this. And that is so cool.
Yeah.
I wonder, I need to ask my dad if he likes them. Because it's weird that, I'm guessing he doesn't, because he only showed me things he really liked.
Or maybe it was too scary for you as a kid.
I watched The Shining with him in 4th grade.
Oh, well, don't know what to say about that.
Yeah. And Goonies. The Goonies was scary for a child. I won't lie. It was. What do you think of the, what was I going to say? The design of the alien.
Oh, it's good. And I mean,
yeah.
I think it's like more impressive to go back to the original and be like, dang, that was really good for its time.
And I mean, in the original, it's barely in it because they use like actual.
Yeah.
I don't know what the props are like for this or what the usage of them were for, but even like now it's easier to use
just
those things. Whereas like,
just throw it
like
in,
when you
whatever.
watch, I was talking to Pat on the way out where in the original, the chest pop, you obviously can tell it's so fake. It's been like 50 years since it was made. It's like, oh my God. But in another way, it's so real because you know that they actually made a body double and had like a little thing come out of its chest.
It's not just like CGI.
Like CGI or blah, blah, blah. I don't know if they did CGI for this movie because like I honestly can't tell at this point if they use an actual, because like special effects have gotten so good.
Isn't CGI special effects?
Like it is, but it's not, what do they say like we need to go back a little bit to, I forget the word, kind of like scale it back. So not use CGI for everything, but actually have a body double and make something pop out of it.
Some things, because you lose like
it's not primary special effects, but
just like actors just all doing everything on a green screen.
Yes, exactly. You know, rein it in. So
totally
like,
makes sense.
but I'm super glad that this one had a chest pop because I don't know, it's so quintessential to Alien. Man, that must have been wild seeing that in 1979.
I bet.
Oh my God. It's like akin to Star Wars, you know? You watch now and you're like, they just, man, in the original Alien, there is just a shot for, I think, like approximately 10 minutes of the spaceship just like flying in space. And there's like barely any music.
Like pacing is just not quite
it's
there.
just like,
or maybe it was good at the time and you're like, wow. But now we're like, come on.
Yes, no. And that sucks.
It is.
We got to let the movie breathe a little bit sometimes. But I'm just like,
true.
Oh my God, wow, this is old.
Do you want to get to reviews?
Yeah. I liked the design of the alien. Thank you for asking me that.
Sorry. I assumed you liked it.
I know. It just... I saw Kingdom of Crystal of the Skull first, and it just reminds me so much of the Crystal Skull from Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure they took.
Oh wow.
I'm sure they took in. Maybe these are all connected because those were aliens.
That would be pretty cool.
Next video essay. Just kidding. I can't do sci-fi. Oh, and my famous question: what would you do in this situation? I would die.
Yeah, I would probably die. I probably would not have made the right decisions. I would have died in the acid. I just wouldn't have made it, and that's okay. I'm
way too, like, I need to touch everything. I'm learning. Like, every flower I pass, I'm like, what does it feel like? And their heads look so smooth.
Yeah, you probably would have died.
Can I touch your head?
Yeah, you probably would have died.
Or the little baby, I would have been like, would you like to cuddle? Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
I would have
whatever.
No, you're right.
You'd put it in the deep fryer.
No, I wouldn't. I would definitely have just been like taken and used as like a shell. Like,
that's fair.
I just have no survival draw.
Yeah.
I think if I tried, I'd have survival instincts, but in moments like that, I'd be like, oh, there's no point. I'm not important. Whatever. Unless you were there, then everything would change.
Yeah, I don't know. You do this. You say like, this is what I do, and I'm like, no, you wouldn't. Like, oh, I wouldn't worry about my Like, no, that you would try to survive.
Fine, and I would do damn good.
There you go.
Thanks.
I think you would do
because every time I
well.
picture this stuff, it's just me placed down with like the characters in the movie, and you are not there. But if you were there, that would make it a lot more difficult.
It'd be way worse.
I'd be like, please don't die.
Yeah, we'd be so worried about the other person.
If you died, I'm gone.
Anyway, what do you think?
What do I think?
I want to hear. Well, actually, I guess I want to know if you got any good reviews.
Oh, there's so many reviews on this movie. It's great.
Let's hear it.
Alien Romulus brings the Alien franchise back to its roots. Scary creature on spaceship slowly killing everyone on board.
That sure is what this movie does.
Yeah. Fede Alvarez, I think that's how you say the director's name, can direct the hell out of a slasher set piece, and the movie's combo of visual and practical effects is spectacular. There are a handful of tie-ins to alien lore, but by and large, this is a movie that can be enjoyed on its own.
Nice.
He also directed Evil Dead.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, he's very much...
Okay.
Someone said, I can just feel the people who are getting ready to complain about fan service, but I'm a fan and I was fucking serviced. Which I'm guessing means like, like Rook was in it.
Like that, yeah.
That's like serving the fans. Yeah, I read a couple more that people were like, oh my God, it's turning into Marvel, blah, blah, blah.
Because they're like, this other girl killed it with the airlock.
Yeah, and I was references. Like, I don't feel like that at all. I thought it was a good homage to the original. Yeah. Like, it's been enough time. Yeah.
I don't really, I'm not here to comment. I get when fan service gets too much, but.
I do.
Yeah. Could find a few if you.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reveal, there's a pack of xenomorphs on board, was terrifying. Yep.
There's a pack of xenomorphs on board.
The reveal.
When was that? Like on the big one?
Yeah.
It must be. It's true. It was.
The reveal was like when they go down that hallway and they see all the
I thought so,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not just one.
Yeah. Oh, man. Because it's always like, okay, it's one. They can do this. And then you see so many.
Yeah. As a fan of Prometheus, I was surprised to see that movie referenced in a big way. I was so happy to see the weird engineer Xenomonster. That's the kind of thing I've been wanting to see since the Prometheus trailer.
Nice.
Specifically the shot of the engineer walking up to Shaw, but we can only see below the torso of the engineer. Was very disappointed to find out it was just a suit. His body didn't really look like that. This corrected that fake out in the best way possible.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Alien is back, which I feel like people have been disappointed with like the last few movies.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting this vibe from fans that like the last few, they just
didn't really hit.
They didn't really like it.
Yeah. This one felt great.
Yeah. I'd recommend wearing a diaper because shitting your pants is a guarantee. 5 stars.
I feel like this did a good job of being like just a little blip in time. It didn't really change anything. It's like, yeah, there was just this other incident and it's like it doesn't affect what happens after because like everything is just self-contained. It all blew up.
Yeah, and she's going to the other planet. Yeah. There was a moment watching it where I was thinking, this has the potential to stand the test of time a little bit. That inclusion of that like alien baby, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be excited to show next generations that.
Like, wait for this
twist. And I was like,
and
I was excited like to come out and like tell my friends who I know might like it.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to like this.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Because like when I was reading reviews and stuff about the other movies like Prometheus and stuff, they were like, yeah, not a lot of xenomorph action, like just a lot of explanation.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's great for lore, but this movie was about the alien.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
So it seems like it did a good job of like connecting to the lore and being a good alien movie.
Yes, which is great.
Yeah, I can see how fans are very happy about that.
This is like, I'm trying to find a funny one, but everyone is taking this extremely seriously.
They really like their
But
alien.
also, I guess like it just came out, so there's a lot of people who are saying it was their favorite movie of the year so far, which is really exciting. I'll try to find ones that only gave it 1 star because some of those are really funny.
Nice. Yeah, this person says like the dialogue callbacks were a little cringe, so I understand the criticism.
There were a few, like a little.
Yeah.
Like Andy saying like you bitch.
Oh, that's a reference.
But I thought it was funny because
The audience laughed.
He did it in such a good way for his android
Right.
character. He was such a good actor. I cannot get over it.
Yeah, he did crush it.
Oh my gosh. From the very beginning, I was like, And I was so excited to tell you that it was a...
Oh, I got a hot take here.
Oh, please read it.
The third act Nightmare Fuel was scarier than the entirety of Longlegs. There, I said it. Come at me.
No. And, oh dear God. Wow,
Whatever.
You're really opened it up.
No. Just yes, you say no.
No.
I would say also no. Just two very different types of horror.
It is, yes, thank you. Yeah, and some people are scared of body horror and jump scare horror. Some people, the correct ones, are more afraid of the psychological damage it will have on you for the next 9 weeks. Me, I still can't sleep alone without a light on, which is sad because you're going away for the weekend soon and I'm going to have to sleep in light. Who wants to have a sleepover? And it'll just be me going, like, yeah. I'm still trying to find a funny one, but I can't. And I think it's because
it's too fresh. But I feel like we got some good reviews.
Yeah.
So I'm satisfied with that.
People really like it. There's a few that don't. And the people who don't, it's a lot about too to be true.
Callbacks and stuff.
Yeah, just that kind of stuff. And also I find sometimes as I'm reading reviews more and more, I do find that people who don't give high ratings are so critical to the point where I wonder if they ever enjoy anything. Yeah. And I know like sometimes it is a movie reviewer's job to do that, but
it's not our job.
If you're not a movie reviewer, actually don't pretend to be.
Yeah.
I'm saying that right now. I'm saying don't pretend to be one to the point where it will hinder your fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And don't forget to turn off your phone during movies.
Oh, yeah, real.
We start saying that every single time.
Yeah.
Especially if you're below the age of 20.
Should we hit our review?
We should hit our review.
Okay, I've got my answer locked in here.
I had a good time. I need to see a list of all the other movies I've seen with the views because, I'm trying not to compare, but I
disagree with, some of my other ratings, but I think I know what I'm going to say.
Growth is good.
Yeah.
You usually go first.
Okay, are you ready? I'm ready. I'm going to give this an 8.7.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Why?
Overall, really fun ride. I feel like, I don't know, the start I was kind of like, what's going on? Like, where am I? I don't really care.
I saw it on his face. He was like...
But I get the setup. I don't know. It felt like a bit much, but the setup made sense for the end of the movie with the pods and all that stuff. So anyway,
yeah,
I don't know. I started kind of like, but overall, really fun movie.
I'm
really
glad they went the direction they went because I wanted them to get away. I was like, it is unfair they have to work 12,000 more hours.
Yeah.
That's unfair.
That is.
They should leave the planet.
And they all died.
Yeah. No, not Rain.
Mostly all died.
I mean, nope. Maybe they did. And the plot twist is...
those MFs are dead.
I know.
Dude, they're dead.
Maybe not Andy.
Well, no, but everyone else is dead.
Yeah. Sucks. Yeah, that girl who had the egg child, I was like, yeah, I wouldn't want to live after that.
No.
See ya.
No.
And she had melt slime. It was unclear if she was breast.
I don't even really want to know.
Pumping slime,
to be
or
honest.
her body just became slimy.
Yeah.
Because she injected it. Oh, yeah.
I feel like she was probably just becoming slimy.
Ew. I don't like pregnancy, so that one got me. That was some. I'm gonna give it an 8.1.
I thought you were gonna say 9.
Nope.
8.1. Cool.
What'd I give Challengers?
Doesn't matter. 8.1.
You're right. Sorry.
8.1.
8.1. I didn't like it as much as the originals.
Oh, okay.
Because I love nostalgia.
Oh, yeah.
I liked feeling.
Even though you haven't watched those old movies when they came out, you're like...
Well, I wasn't alive.
It tickles you that.
It does. It
Yeah.
tickles me a little bit.
Like
It's-
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like, the 20th Century Fox logo from the 70s. Hit me with it.
Yeah.
This is where cinema started. This is where sci-fi started. I could see how the original inspired others. So it's cool. I just find it a bit cooler. But this one was so enjoyable. Albeit some of the dialogue, I was a little like, meh. Just for like 2024. But I had so much fun and I was so excited. There were so many parts where I was like, like shaking you. Like, oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. No, I changed it A4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this movie hit.
I forgot a lot of things that happened. Oh my God. But yeah.
This movie was a banger.
Yeah, it was.
I had a lot of fun.
If you can go see it in a theater, go see it in a theater. I suspect it'll be better in a theater.
Yeah, go see it in a theater.
Yeah.
IMAX if you can, ScreenX, whatever. But
man, seeing it in 40X.
all right.
Oh, that's the dream.
We'll see
if you can do it.
Thank you guys for making it all the way through.
Thank you for making it all the way through.
We love you.
I hope you're seeing some good movies lately.
Make sure to turn your phone off. Kisses.
Aw, thanks. Stop. Make sure to give us a like.
Go check out Liv's Substack.
Go check out my
Podcast,
Substack.
stuff, everything.
I've got some essays out there. You'll have one coming soon featuring a man who is also a bat.
All right. Love you.
Signing
Bye.
off. Bye.